Yeah. So what we did yesterday, open with live server, open with the live server. You understand here, we discussed as of now, what is a bootstrap and what are the bootstrap components. What are the bootstrap components? Look at this point only. We have a lot of components. So this is a navbar. Whatever I'm showing here, this is a navbar component. If you go to services, if you go to services page, so we are discussing about list component. This is the list. I'm displaying my data in the form of list. And employees table component, product card component, contact, maybe just a grid component, login, form component. We are discussing components. As of now, we discuss about lot of components. Look at here. Go to our folder. You can see what are the component as of now we covered here. If you see here, bootstrap components. So already styles are there in the bootstrap.css file. Lot of styles, approximately 10,000 lines of code is there. This code is nothing but especially for styles. These all styles we are renaming as named as component. Component means group of styles. Bootstrap component means group of styles. Mostly these are class selectors. Button is a component. Form is a component. Navbar is a component. List is a component. Card is a component. Table, grid, and carousel. Today, we will discuss about the carousel. We'll discuss about the carousel. So before that, here I want to display one contact form. Similar to like this. Similar to like this. Contact form. Look at here. So we here, if you observe carefully this diagram, this is the one container. This is the one container. Look into it. If you want to design like this, how to design? So take one container, take one row, inside row, take two columns, column 6 and the second column one more 6. So this is a representing Google map. Google map. You know how to represent here. Very simple, using iframe tag. Iframe tag. But here we are going to create one contact form. But usually the form similar to like this. Form means will come like this. Go to here like this. But here what I want here? In a row, take again. So yesterday I assigned some task to you. So again I'm going to take the one more row. Each row divided into 12 columns. Again column 4, again column 4, again column 4. Where this row? Inside your form. Inside your form. You need to understand small logic. Inside your form, take one row, divide into 3 columns. Take one more row, divide into 2 columns. Size is column 8, column 4. Again take one more row and take the complete column, dot column, complete 12 column width. So here 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 4 total 12, 8 plus 4 total 12. If you are not mention the size, automatically is going to consider 12. Now I am going to show you how to design this one. Then we'll discuss about the carousel. What is carousel means? A slider. Carousel means slider. Okay. Let me go to our contact page. Go to our contact page. So I'm going to show one form right now. Form, maybe contact. Inside a form, take a one row. If you are not taking the row, directly you are using, it is coming one by one because these are some of the div is a block level element. Div is a block level element. I'm taking the row, dot column 4. I'm taking one div, label, label name is, maybe you can say name. Then input type equals to text box. Right now name and ID not required. Look at the UI in your case. Go to contact form. It's coming like this. I'm not adding the Bootstrap. How to add Bootstrap? What are the form component styles? Form group and form control. Very simple. Div level class equals to form group, and input box level class equals to form control. That's all. Look at the UI here. Is coming like this. Now similar to like how many columns can we accommodate? 3. First column 1. Second column. What is second column? Email ID. Second column email ID. Type equals to email. See the UI is coming like this. And we can accommodate one more column. Copy and paste. So here it is a mobile number. It is mobile number. Type equals to number type. Perfect. Name, email, and mobile number. So I'm taking first row like this. Row 3 columns. Take a second row. Minimize your row. Take one more row. Inside a row, take the 2 columns. Column 8 and one more column 4. 8 and 4, total 12. Here I am going to mention div and label name is subject. Then input type equal to text. Text box. So now I am adding the Bootstrap. Now look at the UI here. Without Bootstrap. So label, div, label and label. Fine, beautiful. Input type equal to text. I'm using here class equals to form group and class equals to form control. I'm adding the Bootstrap. Perfect. Now second column representing one drop down. How to create a drop down? Div and select and option. Number of options I'm giving. OPT, ION option. So option, here I'm writing please select. Like this is coming. Now look at here, I'm adding Bootstrap. Class equals to form group and class equals to form control. Now we'll get the Bootstrap. What is missing here? Label is missing. Here label is missing. Inside your here. Label name is services. It's coming like this. Perfect. Now take one more row. You can follow this one like this. If you look at here, as of now, I'm taking the 2 rows. First row and a second row. 2 rows. So in my, see, I have 2 columns. Column 6 and column 6. First column representing form. Again, I'm taking the 2 rows. Third row I'm taking here right now. Take a one more row. And take a column. I'm not mentioning the size. Take a one div and a text area. Label name is message. What do you want here? Text area. Forget about name and ID. Now you can see the UI here. It's coming like this. So without Bootstrap. How to add Bootstrap? Very simple. Class equals to form group and text area level class equals to form control. Is coming like this. You want to mention the rows? Yes, fine, not an issue. Rows equals to 3. Like this, fine. Now you want to button after rows, after 3 rows. Row 1, row 2, row 3 here. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Here you want one button, above form, here. I'm creating one button. How to create a button? Input type equals to submit button, value equal to submit comment, comment. Now you can see the UI without Bootstrap. Now I'm going to add Bootstrap. How to add Bootstrap? Class equals to btn warning. Perfect. See, if you are not follow this mechanism, it will coming one by one. So if you see here broadly, we have two columns. First column representing form, second column representing Google Map. I know how to add Google Map. This is the iframe tag. First column, again form. This is the form tag. Opening and closing. Inside a form, 3 rows. So like this, you have to design. So let me share you this one to you for your reference. Beautiful. That's good. Then I'm going to show you the code point of view. Div, like this. You look into that. So first column, two columns, column and second column. This is the representing Google Map. First column representing form. Again, I'm taking 3 rows like this. Each row divided here. 3 columns. First column, second column, third column. Here only 2 columns. Like this. Here drop down. This is the text area. See, I'm not writing any styles. Already styles are defined for us. We are using because Bootstrap is based on grid system. And go to the page and navigate. Home, about, services, employees, and products, and contact, and login. Just we are learning the components. So what is the pending here according to our, at least I'm going to cover 10 to 12 components. Carousel. So what is a carousel? Carousel means a slider. Carousel means slider actually. So try to learn the slider code. So basically if you open any website, we'll get one slider. This is the one slider, opening and not a slider, just right. We can move the slides. How to create a slider? Using carousel component. What are the names I'm using? Carousel, slider, carousel inner, carousel item. But just to follow my instructions is very easy right now. Go to index page only. I want to add one slider. Here I want to add one slider. That is my requirement. So I'm going to give the notes also. You can just have a glance. Notes.txt. So what is a slider? Generally we called carousel. What is a carousel? We can move the images or videos based on in the landing page or somewhere. We can create a slider. Slider will move to one by one, left to right. How to create a slider? There is a steps are there, just to follow one time. First step number 1, collect images. Or videos. Maybe. Step number 2. And write the slider code. Write slider code. Carousel code. What we called slider code. Carousel code. I'll tell you this code. Step number 3. We required dependencies. Add dependencies. If you want to slide your images or videos, we require some dependencies. Fine. What is the dependencies? I'll tell you. Step number 5, left number 4, step number 4, and add jQuery script. jQuery script. What is the script here? Only one line of code is there. To slide your items. Slide your items. Only 4 steps. Step number 1, collect images. We can collect images from various sources, from various sources, free collect images. So I'm going to show you one website too. You can download also. Go to here, pixels.com. Pixels.com. You can download here only. I'm going to give the link to you. You can download here. So basically, you can download image sizes. Image sizes basically usually 1400 by 600. Can try this one basically like this. Okay. So I'm going to download a few images. So the size also matter here, that's why. So you can free download and mention the size. Actually, earlier they are allowing customized size. Right now they are not allowing, but you can download. Simply I'm downloading the image. Second, you can collect any images. Royalty-free images. Royalty-free images. Download. Royalty-free images. Just I'm downloading 3 images. I'm downloading 3 images. Go to here, 1, 2. I want one more, right? Why it is not coming? That's fine. It's coming. So I downloaded from this. So you can download from royalty-free images anywhere, not an issue. I'm using one pixels.com, that's all. Okay. Now keep in your source. I have few images are there. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep in my source code folder. Batch 25, full stack online, and Bootstrap 6 static website. I'm creating one folder. Folder name is images. Folder name is images. Just I'm renaming this one. Images. Inside images, I'm going to keep it here. I'm giving the name slider 1. Slider 1. This is slider 2. This is slider 3. So look at here. So in your images folder, I have some sliders are there. So step number 1 is done. Step number 2, write some code. So I'm writing the code here. Just very simple code I'm going to write here. So dot carousel and carousel inner and carousel item. That's all. Carousel item. How many items you want? 1, 2, 3. You can add your image. Image means img. Image means img. So each item representing one image. Each item representing one image. That's all. If you understand this logic, it's very simple. So inside our carousel, I'm taking carousel inner. I'm taking carousel item. How many items you want to slide? How many items you want to slide? This one. So this is a carousel code. I'm going to show you here. You will get it. I'm going to write. You'll get the idea first. Go to index, minimize navbar, remove this one. I'm taking one container. Yes, I'm taking one container. Taking the row. So inside a row, taking the one column. Fine. We'll discuss. Take the one carousel. 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 Inside a carousel, dot carousel inner. Inner. Inside inner, take the item. Dot carousel item. That carousel item. So that carousel item. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Carousel item. Take the container, row, column, carousel, carousel inner, carousel item. Here you need to mention your image. you mention your image, img dot slash images slash slider 1. Okay, first slider, like this. So instead of, you can add video also, not a issue. You can add video also. Which image you want to add? Slider 2. This one, slider 3. First slider, this is the second slider, this is the third slider, and this is 3 like this. Look at the code here broadly. Take the container, row, column, carousel, carousel inner, and I'm going to mention 3 items. How many slides you want to slide? 3 slides. You can look into here on any website. Suppose I'm going to use greetlabs.com just for reference purpose. Here I am adding one first slider, second slider. This is, I think only I'm using only 2 sliders. Only I'm using 2 sliders. Like I want to slide 3. 1, 2, 3. Carousel item. I'm keeping my items inside my inner. Inner is there in the carousel. So this is a code actually. Very simple code. Just navigate one time. So here one small, we need to add a few more things also, we'll discuss. See here. So I'm taking the one container. Container means some space. Taking the row, inside a row, taking one column. Inside a column, take the carousel. Inside a carousel, take the carousel inner and item. Item 1, item 2, item 3. First image, second image, and third image. Okay. So here, if you add like this, even though it is not showing the images here, is not showing the any images here. If you open the code, Control Shift I, go to the source. So here you can say navbar below. See here we have the images are there. But even though it is not showing the image here, why? Which image you want to show first? Which slider you want to show first? I want the second image I want to show first. Make active. This is missing. So that's why I'm going to give you here. So add one more column here. Active. Active. That's why. So which image you want to show first? That we need to add. So let me go to, I'm adding second image I want to show first. Now second image showing. Suppose I'm not giving active, it is not going to show. Suppose the third one I want to show first. Active, like this. Fine, image is showing. So go to the nodes. Step number 1, collect images. Step number 2, write carousel code. This is the code. So we have to use active. It is the one. Then add queries, add dependencies. Because your slider has to work properly. That's why we required 4 dependencies. That's I'm going to give you. Here. What is this one is? First one is bootstrap.css, bootstrap.js, and popper.js, and one more is the jQuery, jQuery.js. These 3 dependencies are required. How many dependencies? First one, this is second one, this is third one, and this is fourth one. So I'm going to add these dependencies. Either you can use local files or you can use CDN links. Better I'm going to use CDN links only. This CDN links. I'm adding CDN links. I'm going to give it to you. You can copy paste. So at the time, right, you can choose 4.6 version. And step number 4, to slide your image at what basis? Every 1 second. slide your images or items at interval. At what interval? Slide your images at what interval? What interval? That means every 1 second, every 1 second, or every 2 seconds, every 2 seconds. So we had to write one line of code. We had to write one line of code. So I'm going to copy paste from the getbootstrap.com. So I'm going to add some links right now. See, still your slider is not moving. Right now your slider is not moving. That's why I'm going to add some slider. Bootstrap seed slider, not or carousel. Carousel 4.6. Okay, 4.6. You can take it this one, 4.6 carousel. Carousel, fine. Look at here. Carousel, this is a carousel. Carousel means slideshow. So you required dependencies. Okay, fine. Keep it like this. We'll discuss one more thing. You can use W3 schools also. W3 school. This is on slider. So simply you can go to try yourself and add these dependencies. So here, right, we can say here, I'm going to show you here. Meta, from meta to here, up to here, up to here, up to style. Copy and paste. I'm going to paste in my code. So I'm going to show you one time to you. You'll get the idea first. Yes, fine. Look at buddy here. So what I'm adding, I told you clearly what dependencies required. The first one is bootstrap.css. Second one is bootstrap.js. Third one is popper.js and jquery.js. Done. These 4 dependencies I'm adding. These 4 dependencies I'm adding. Just you can copy paste, copy below code, copy below code. Everybody in head part, head element, head element level, head element level. Yeah, this is the code. You can just copy paste from here to here. I'm giving the code also. This is the code. Yes, step number 4 we'll discuss. Step number 4 we'll discuss. It's a one-time learning activity. Just follow. Simply I added the here on. Okay, fine. Now check it your code here. Check it your code. I'm going to open one more time. Now check it. This is anyway is not required. I'm going to open my index.html in the live server. Now you can check it here. Slider is working or not. Wait, slider is not working. Slider is not working. Why? Because we have to define at what interval your slider has to move. You have to define at what interval your slider has to move. So just we have to write only one line of code. Just you can Google it here. Bootstrap carousel 4.6. You can go to here, carousel component. Carousel is a component. Just you can use one line of code. I'm going to show you. Yeah, this is the one carousel. And you need to mention the at what interval. At what interval. So you can write this script. Your body. How to add script body using script and like this. Inside your like this. Just only one line of code I'm going to write. So that means for carousel, at what interval? Every 2 seconds. Every 1 second. 1000 milliseconds means 1 second. Every 1 second. What interval? Every 1 second I want to slide my images. Refresh and close one time and open one more time. Yes, now you can verify. Why still it is not working, right? Why it is not working? Refresh. Why? Okay. Save our code. I'm writing inside your script. Beautiful. Carousel. Fine, refresh. Just open one more time. Open one more time. Now you can check it here. Yeah, it's working, ma. Every 1 second it is working. Previously it is not working. One doubt will arise. In the left hand side and right hand side, some gap is there. So I'm going to remove the gap using container fluid. What is the class name, ma? Container fluid. Container fluid. No need to take the column also. Remove the div. Remove the column also. Remove the column. Now take it here. Perfect. Look at body here. This is the carousel. Home, about, and a carousel. Every 1 second, slider is moving. Okay, maybe we do small change and that's why it's not working. I'm going to open one more time. Open. See, my mouse is in the image only. That's why it's not moving. Now it is moving. Now automatically pause. Now automatically moving. Automatically moving only. That's all. So just to try to understand few things here very clearly. I gave a step-by-step process. So only 4 steps. Collect images. Collect images. Okay, that is fine. Collect images. Write the code. This is the code. Carousel code. Very simple code. How many images you want to slide? Third, add dependencies. This is the one. And where you can add this one, up to here to here. You can add this one. So first two dependency is bootstrap.cs, CSS, bootstrap.js, popper.js, and jQuery. These 4 CDN links I'm adding to my head part. Simply I'm going to copy this content. That's all. The fourth one, at what interval you want to slide your images? At what interval? At what interval? At what interval? At what interval you want to slide your images? You want to slide your images. If you want this one, so add 1 line of code. Yes, that is a code. This is a code. Add 1 line of code. This is the code. Just try to learn this activity one time to add one slider. So similarly, you can add one product slider also. If you go to flipkart.com, see this is a one banner slider. This is one banner slider. So even though if you want to left hand side and right hand side, that also possible. See here, that also possible here. Right now, I'm showing this one. First slide, second slide like this. And you want here left hand side and right hand side. Simply we need to add 2 buttons. Button 1 and button 2. Left hand side button, right hand side button. You want the symbols? Yes, we can add that 1 more symbols. And with the content also fine. Just like this. Or simply copy paste. Simply copy and paste. So you need to spend time, that's all. Because carousel is a component. Carousel is a component. So the code is working fine. Here I'm talking about home, about, services, employees, and products, and contact, and login. So my intention is carousel. Even though code class nodes is there, you can follow this one. Within 4 steps, we can add. Step number 1, collect royalty-free images. Collect royalty-free images. Free images. Okay, where you can collect? Maybe I'm following this website. Usually, generally, best size is like this. So, carousel code, carousel inner, and you need to mention number of items. Number of items. This one I'm talking about. Carousel is a component. I hope you got idea about the carousel component. How to add one slider? How to add one slider? Just follow this one steps. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4. And 1, I'm giving the information. Step number 2, code. And this is the code. This is the code. Maybe I'm going to give it code. This is the code. Copy and paste into your system. Yeah, already is there. Just I'm giving. Already is there. No need to give. No need to discard. Yes, getting Navya and Priyanka and Shravant. Getting Shravant?
Yes, sir.
That's fine. So Priyanka, see this code
Yes,
is
sir.
there. Yeah, one question I want to ask you.
Yes,
See here,
sir.
system, 3 images are there, right? Here.
Yes, sir.
So I don't want to send my images to GitHub actually. GitHub is for just for source code, not for images, not for audios, not for videos. So what is your idea?
We can use directly pixel.com.
No, my question is, see, right now I'm going to share you the code to you. See, I'm going to contribute my changes to GitHub. See here, this is my full folder, full stack 2025, all 9 2025. Okay. See here, today we are writing some code. 6 files are there. 6
Yes.
changes, almost 6 changes. In the
Yes.
6 changes, if you broadly can see here, images are there. You can see here, images are there. Basically, if you commit your changes, simply send some message and commit. Even though what happened, slider1.jpg, slider2.jpg, slider3.jpg also participating to Git process. Participate into Git process. GitHub is for, what is the buddy? GitHub is for only source code, not audio files, not video files. Yes or no? I don't want to participate these images in my Git process. Simply, I want to send only 3 files. What are these files? Contact.html, index.html, and class nodes. GitHub or GitLab. So these accounts is for only for source code, not for audio files, not for video files, not for any softwares. Okay, that's why I don't want to participate these 3 images. How? Very simple. You have to create one file that is a .git ignore file. What is the file name, buddy? .git ignore. In the ignore file, mention which item you don't want to participate. Then it is not going to participating in the Git process. Are you getting right? What is the use of git ignore file? What is the use of .git ignore file? Git ignore file. What is the use of .git ignore file? Okay. So what is the purpose of .git ignore file is, I'm going to mention which items I don't want to participate in my Git process. So what is the use of Git and GitHub? To contribute your code version, like a version control system, code contribution platform. If you want to contribute your code to a project, we are using Git and GitHub process. In this process, I don't want to involve some of the files. We can use git ignore file. We can use git ignore. Very simple. I'm going to create where here only static website. Here I'm going to create one file that is .git ignore. So right now, how many files are showing, ma? 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to create one more file, git ignore. Total 7. Total 7. So right now I'm ready to commit 7 files, but I'm going to give the images folder. Images folder. Now look into that. How many right now? 4. In my images folder, 3 files are there. That's why 7 minus 3, total 4. Only 4 items are participating in my Git process. Are you clear? Suppose if you don't want to send about.html, about.html. So now we can say here only 4 because about.html is already there. Okay. I hope you got idea about this one. That's right. Yeah. See, if you remove this one, 7 files are going to participate. Now only 4 files are going to participate. What is the use of a git ignore? In your project development process, some of the files you don't want to send it to GitHub. So how to do this activity? Create one file, git ignore file, mention which item you don't want to participate. That's very simple. That's very simple. So what I'm doing is here, full stack online, CMD. I'm clicking CMD. CMD. Now I'm doing how to contribute your changes. Git add -a means all files. Git commit -m. So slider. How many files are there? 4 files are ready to commit. 4 files changed. And how to participate? Git push. Now this is a link. This is a link. See here. I think this is a link. Copy. And you can see the code only. I'm going to give the link to you. Okay, fine. Now we can see the code. Bootstrap 6 p.m. and static website. Any image folder is there here? No, but git ignore folder is there. Git ignore file is there. And index.html. And this is a code, slider code. So clear to you? Clear, Priyanka?
Yes, sir. I understood.
So first of all, you need to understand, Bootstrap is simply already styles are there we are using. In my system, if you go to here, in what is style sheet name? I think we are using CDN link. No, local file only. Yes. Already styles are there. Simply I'm going to remove this one. Now small change only. Immediately showing 1. Now again same process. Add, commit, and push. Small change also is going to reflect. So in my system, I changed one file, that is bootstrap.css file. I removed my comments. You can see the history also. You can see the history. You can see here. View commit details. Previously comments are there. Right now I removed the comments. Red mark means we removed the comments. Clear, right? So nothing but what is a GitHub? Git and GitHub. Version control repository. We can see the complete history of the developer changes. Fine, Toima. I'll upload the video immediately. Here only
Yeah.
you can just practice one time. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
See you
Thank
Monday.
you.
See you
See
Monday.
you. Bye.